CLAEastern.org. More than a
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Hey, Kevin.
With growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. And it's Tice in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. And Walker kicks to Tice. And here's Tatum for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Simmons inside. He's covered by Brown. Chalk up 2 there.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
To the inside. Sweet move. And the layup good by Tatum.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The shot's good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Walker. Over in the corner, Brown. Pass to Tatum. To the middle, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Clock is at 3. Tatum's shot is off.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Horford goes in. Harris dishes to Simmons. It's stolen by Brown. Hayward outside. Rebound by the 76ers.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy.
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Rebound by Williams.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Tatum with another miss. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Burks in for Ben Simmons. And it's Brown missing. Robinson with it. Now defended by Hayward.
Hey, who got him?
Thybulle with the ball. Tice is there. Here's Embiid. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Now here's Thybulle. Passes it to Embiid. And yes, it's good.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him. Pass to Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And stolen by Hayward. Here's Tatum. And he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
We know we're talking about a skilled scorer in these open floor situations. Jason Tatum knows where to be.
And again, Boston running the court in transition. Williams passes to Brown. Hayward trying to get open. Here's Williams. There's the dish to Brown. Tatum down low. Embiid's there. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Hayward. Burks with the steal. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Tatum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Tice has got his second basket.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He notched 8. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that...
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Embiid is out there with Scott. Then it's Shake Milton. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got his first points of the game.
Well, you can watch Kemba Walker see that play develop, and the explosive speed ensures that he's going to finish.
Embiid, no good. Celtics leading by 8. And Walker kicks to Cantor. Celtics passing it around. Smart passes to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. 6 to shoot. Back to Williams. Here's Cantor. Smart finds Walker. Now Smart. Down low. Burks with the steal. And now the 76ers on the break. Embiid leading the charge. And that one drops for him. Embiid's got 6.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott. Richardson, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burks. Williams passes to Walker. Here's Wanamaker. Dishes it to Cantor. The kick out to Walker. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Richardson attacking. Second chance shot. Poked away. Taken away by Williams. Walker against Simmons. Smart wide open. He fires. Here's Cantor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Richardson.
Well, we know this. When Enes Kanter is engaged, this guy is an effective offensive force. The defense has got to be on point.
The 76ers making a switch here. Eibel's checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Richardson finds Simmons. Eibel, the pass to Horford. Outside, Simmons. The pass to Horford. Eibel with the ball. And Cantor pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Robert Williams in for Kemba Walker. Tatum kicks to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers trail by 9. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Tice. Outside Tatum. Brown wide open. He fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. And then Simmons slams it in.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
The kick out to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Robinson's checked in for Philadelphia. Celtics also with a sub. Hayward's checked in. Celtics leading by 5. Here's Smart. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Marcus Smart's game, right? Just because you make contact with him doesn't mean he's not going to finish.
In the corner, it's Robinson. And stolen by Tatum. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Keeps it alive. And Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Right side, Simmons. Got a piece of it. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid comes in for Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Passes to Brown. Hayward on the wing. Fires the 3. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Smart misses. And pushing it up is Philadelphia. The 76ers again in transition. That's in. The Celtic lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Joel Embiid.
And remember now, Embiid lost 20 pounds.
Oh, he nailed it.
Yes.
Wow. And so it's Boston going into the break with a 10-point lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to it was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 steals. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the floor for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Williams is out there with Tatum, and it's Tice in at the center position. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Embiid is at the elbow. Horford kicks to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Simmons, and 2 free throws coming up, unable. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Horford the pass to Richardson. Now Embiid. He's guarded by Williams. Feeds it to Horford. He gets it in there. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Williams can't get it to go. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 10. Can't cash in from close range. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Williams. And Williams throws it down.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Embiid dishes to Richardson. Here's Simmons. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Back to Wanamaker. Lock at 6. And there's the feed to Cantor. There's the pass to Wanamaker. Williams kicks to Walker. A second chance effort. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Walker.
Well, how about the awareness of Kemba Walker? Make your teammate feel good with a pretty pass, Kemba.
Horford dishes to Simmons. Harris outside. And Boston with the rebound. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Wanamaker. He kicks to Cantor. Pass to Williams. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
Oh, you love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 6 points.
Listen, if you're going to give Kemba Walker that kind of shot, he will take it. Makes it look easy.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
Here's Horford, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Celtics have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Jason Tatum comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Robert Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Robinson down low. Guarded by Tatum. Korkmaz passes to Scott. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. And Hayward with the stuff.
How about the burst of speed and transition by Gordon Hayward? Great at getting one step ahead of the opposition.
Robinson kicks to Burks. Lets it go with the three. They get it again.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Celtics lead by 14. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers. Robinson is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Embiid. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And too long on the shot.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Brown, the kick out to Tatum. Back to Brown. Off target with his three.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
Brown outside. Hayward on the wing. Brown feeling out a bit. And then Brown with the dunk.
Oh, my goodness, Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Embiid, no good. Celtics leading by 16. Brown, good. Brown's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the 76ers with some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Shake Milton in for Burks. Boston also with the sub. Walker's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach. A defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Smart kicks to Brown. That doesn't go either for Brown. The 76ers trail by 16. Inside, stolen by Smart. Brown drives in, and Brown throws it down.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. Richards in the pass to Embiid. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Richardson kicks to Milton. Passes it to Horford. He feeds it to Embiid. Brown against Simmons.
And Simmons is used to being in tight spots. So clever at finding ways out of them.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Tice. Poke loose. The kick out to Brown. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Milton. Lays it up and banks it in. Milton's got 4 points in the quarter. Celtics leading by 14. 1:46 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Walker. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Richardson the pass to Horford. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Boston. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Horford. Great D that time from Tatum.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Walker, an easy 2 points on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jaylen Brown.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Simmons on the wing. Out to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And the shot goes in.
Well, this guy's such a polished player from this area of the floor. Al Horford, it doesn't get any easier than that one right there.
Richardson outside. Now the pass to Harris. In the corner, Horford with it. Out to the right wing. Embiid from outside. And the miss. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
More Than a Vote explores the issues that are facing us in this upcoming 2020 election. I'd like to start with my story and my experiences right here in my hometown of Atlanta. So people who say their vote doesn't matter, my response is always, don't give in to the narrative. If your vote didn't matter, then why would people have fought so hard to keep?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bustling financial district. We are...
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center. Brown with it, picked up by VanVleet. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Brown.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to VanVleet. Toronto working the ball around now. Anunoby in the corner. Shot clock at 5. From deep. It's rebounded by Tice. One-on-one here. Brown, good. Well, great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Here's VanVleet following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Shot, high post. Lowry can't get it to go.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And I love the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's seizing it without a second's hesitation.
Now here is Ibaka. VanVleet wide open. Raptors get it back. Walker against Lowry. Good.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Walker goes in, and the layup is good. Walker's got his second bucket.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Lowry banked in off the glass.
It is so hard to stay in front of a guy like Kyle Lowry because he is so quick laterally with the ball. Fred VanVleet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
Now here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And VanVleet picks one up.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
And the Raptors with some changes. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. The Celtics also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
And with VanVleet, about half of his shots are from deep.
You're right, GA. That's the #1 part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred VanVleet. He knows how to play.
Celtics leading by 6. Brown wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Smart against Anunoby. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Shoots the 3. Smart misses. And it's Davis with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Ball's knocked loose. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good on the 3. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Anunoby finds Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this game.
Norman Powell.
The free throw drops for Powell. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Wanamaker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He feeds it to Williams. It doesn't go for him. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Powell kicks to Davis. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Tatum. There's 38 seconds left in the first. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Yeah, and Tatum's passing ability really makes him a problem in that pick and roll. No wasted motion, always slicing and dicing the defense.
Gasol dishes to Davis. Back to Gasol. Great look, but off the mark. Celtics leading by 6. And here they go. And Williams with the stuff.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Outside, Davis. And the Raptors miss again. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. No good. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thought.
We was always a team, and I think we don't look out.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Williams, also Hayward out there. Marcus Smart is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. Looking for Ibaka, he gets it there. Over Williams. Rebounded by the Celtics.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
To the paint. Outside for Lowry. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice comes in for Robert Williams. And Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Williams dishes to Hayward.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Raptors trail by 12. Right wing. VanVleet kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Lowry can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Look out. Watch out. Gordon Hayward is showing his explosiveness.
For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here's VanVleet from the arc. The shot, no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Wanamaker. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Wanamaker's got his first points in this one.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience. better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Van Vliet outside. Boucher finds Lowry. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 5. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Ibaka. Walker with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's Brown on the wing, covered by Van Vliet. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Brown against Van Vliet. And it's Brown missing. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors, trailing by 17. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Outside, Walker, pass to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
And when you let Brown get close to the hoop, you face the consequences. Just a tremendous athlete with unreal dunking ability.
And so it's Boston. Feeling good. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Things were going Boston's way from the beginning. They launched into a 6-0 run with it. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. That Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in its small forward. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once. And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their first title. Kyle Lowry's been loved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
Everyone on D looks a step slow in transition as they keep getting beat down the floor.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Love the strength on that drive by Fred VanVleet. He is tough and he's aggressive.
Brown feeling out a bit. Walker in the corner. Back to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Up again. And Tatum stays with it. And the Celtics lead by 15.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
VanVleet passes to Siakam. No good on the triple. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Brown against Lowry. Back to VanVleet. Over to the left wing. Anunoby, no good.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Marcus All's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And then for Boston. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
VanVleet passes to Lowry. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. There's the feed to Williams. Here's Smart. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors trail by 20. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Tatum.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lowry drives in. Gasol trying to free himself up. And Lowry gets it to go. 8 points for him.
Lowry is just a ball of muscle out there. He has no problem taking a hit like that and still finishing.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. Smart misses.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack. He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. Cantor, he's checked in for the Celtics. For Boston, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And so he makes both from the line. And so Gasol will bring it up for Toronto. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Back to Davis. Powell with it. And Brown over to help. And stolen by Tatum. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And finished off by Brown.
What an athlete this kid is. Brown, it's just fun watching him get up and throw it down.
Cantor with it. Picked up by Davis.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Feeds it to Gasol. Stolen by Cantor. And another fast break chance here for the Celtics. Here we go. Williams can't hit.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Now here's Brown, covered by Hollis Jefferson. They get the rebound. Williams finds Cantor. Here's Smart. And another shot. And here's Brown outside. Toronto grabs the miss. Now Powell. At the tip. And Cantor pulls it down. It's tipped. Boucher with the steal. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is at... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them, probably one of the best. On the floor for Boston, Tatum and Cantor together down low. Walker and Smart, the guards. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. Hayward is right there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Davis kicks to Gasol. Shoots over Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Powell with it. Now defended by Hayward. And the rejection by Tatum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A new group in now for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Terrence Davis. And the Celtics also making a change. Daniel Tice is checked in for Jason Tatum. Ibaka, and he lays it straight in. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Tice finds Walker. Tice in the high post. It's tipped and stolen by Siakam. And here's the break. Here's Anunoby. Rips down the breakaway slam.
This is what you want to do with the young guns. Get them out in transition. Anunoby can run all day.
Smart against VanVleet. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break Toronto. Siakam's running. A putback.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
They double team Walker. Smart wide open. He fires. Walker dishes to Hayward. Walker the pass to Hayward. Cantor with it. Now recovering. Shot clock at 3. Boston again missing.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Here's VanVleet. Good work defensively by Smart.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Cantor kicks to Smart. Outside, Walker. Pass to Tice. They double him with Siakam. And the turnover again by Boston.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Left side Gasol. Outside Thomas. And again, Toronto no luck. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Boston.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jaylen Brown.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Both teams will make substitutions. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Lowry. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Forget the analytics. This is one of Lowry's favorite areas to operate from.
Out left to the wing, Ojale. The three-pointer, no good. And here are the Raptors now. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Green, the pass to Williams. Back to Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Kept alive. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. For three, Van Vliet. No good, shot missing. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...
to keep you from voting? Why is there something called voter suppression? Why did it take till the 60s for poll taxes to be removed? Why did Black people have to wait for amendments to be passed in order to vote? People have been fighting to keep people of color from coming to the polls and recognizing their power for a reason. But I'm not going to give up. If I give up, then what am I saying about my future kids? What am I saying about the future of my community? We're all going to have to step forward, put our fears to the side, not let that.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and hit.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston. It's Brown on the wing. To the inside, Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
And on the way from Irving for 3, bangs home the trifecta. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. The Nets working the ball around now. Down low. Allen kicks to KD. Off target from outside.
And that's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Irving can't get it to go.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
A deep 3 from Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but, man, he plays as big as any of them, thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Allen's shot is off. Celtics have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Brown wide open. He fires. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Right side Tatum. 5 to shoot. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Back to Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Boston also with the sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Now here's Smart. Prince with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Boston leading by 5. It's Brown with the drive. Walker in the corner. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooting.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Boston, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Tatum, no good.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Irving can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. Cantor's checked in for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Kemba Walker. And a wide open look for Irving. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Tice. Makes it off the glass. Tice has got 8 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
And Irving launches it from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we'll be back with you shortly. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face. I
think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Wanamaker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harris looking it over. Here's Luwawu. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. 4-point game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Irving can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Here's Brown. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
Celtics leading by 8. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound, but they get it back. Here's Brown, plenty of space. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
It's stolen by Brown. Here's Wanamaker, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Irving for three. He can't get that one to fall.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Wanamaker. Offline with his three. Nets trail by 12. Here's Luwawu. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Inside, Williams passes to Cantor. And stolen by Irving. And here's the fast break. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's
the
case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston leading by 14. Walker looking for an opening. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 on the shot clock, and stolen by Jordan. And here they come. Here's LeVert. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Smart.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Boy, Jordan's still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
The three from Tatum.
Oh, boy, he gets it before the horn.
How about that? Wow. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that'll about do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Daniel Tice.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Down by 15. Outside for Jordan. LeVert the pass to KD. Here's Tice. And here's Brown outside. Allen with the rebound. Nets shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Brown against Dinwiddie. In the corner. Tatum with it. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Tatum against Durant.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
Boston leading by 11. Here's Brown, stolen by LeVert. To the middle. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Jordan. KD's got 6 here in this quarter. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form. Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
And the call on the shot that sends it. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Celtics lead by 9.
And, you know, even though Walker is just 6'1", he may not be that tall, folks. He is a creative scorer in a hard matchup. Great at making the defense pay inside.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Nets have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. No good from Durant.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And stolen by Tatum. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Boy, it's so much fun seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who bashes the basket.
And Katie, here we go. It's good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Boston leading by 9. The kick out to Brown, and stolen by Jordan. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And Katie throws it down.
Boy, how about the outstanding hustle from Durant? I mean, getting out on the break as soon as the ball was headed the other way. The more bodies going up court, the better.
Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Brown drops them both. Knocked loose. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Irving looking for an opening. And the 3 off target. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Brown. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Prince misses. Celtics have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. It's stolen by Harris. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Boston also with the sub. Williams, he's checked in for Brown. Nets trail by 11. The deep 3 from Irving. No good with the triple.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Boston. Williams in the post. Here's Smart. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston, looking at a 13. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving and a talent in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5. Outside, Smart. Inside, here's Cantor. Back to Smart, 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Right side, Smart jacks up a 3. The rebound by Prince. Nets trail by 10. The drive by KD. Irving controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
How about Irving showing you great energy there, just refusing to be boxed out.
Cantor dishes to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. Wanamaker, good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 11.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
For Brooklyn, they've gone an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Here's Wanamaker. Tatum kicks to Smart. And he converts the layup.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
3 on 3. Passes it to Tatum. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Smart, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
As tough as they get, Smart, a bulldog out there, does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road, no less. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes. Guys,
Okay, David, much appreciated. Levert kicks to Dinwiddie. Pass to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. Celtics leading by 9. Walker the pass to Tatum. No good from outside. For the Nets, this one not looking good. Levert from outside. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Tatum passes to Tice. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and the 3-ball is good. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And that's a nice decision on Hayward's part. Good timing on the pass, and he doesn't want to waste an opportunity to bury the jumper. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad, and a proud one at that. Outside, Walker. 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and they'll keep possession.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Count that one.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9.
You know, there's no question about it. Tatum's ceiling is really sky high. Now it's up to him to meet those huge expectations, and I think he will.
Here's Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Now Walker, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Temple gets the bucket. And the turnover again by Boston.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Celtics ball.
There's 14 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And he banks in the layup. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
And on the way from Irving for 3. That shot missing. There's Brown with the 3. No good. So we see Boston get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty...
not let that narrative drive us and let the strength of our vote, of our voice, of where we are right now matter. It has to matter. My name is Maria Taylor, and I'm voting because of voter suppression and lack of educational resources. In the state of Georgia, there's a huge gap between the suburbs and the city of Atlanta.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation and...
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Both capable, DA. Thank you. A look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Boston, Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center. Now here is Horford. Here's Embiid. Horford trying to free himself up. Embiid, no good.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fade.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Here's Simmons, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot, but while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And C-Web, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And stolen by Tatum. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now the 76ers with it. Horford goes in, and a missed layup.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Over in the corner, Brown. Outside, Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Four on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Simmons. And now Horford pushing it up. No one back to stop him. 76ers moving the ball around. Harris finds Embiid.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Look at him turn on the Jets. I mean, Hayward is adept at finding the right spot in transition.
And finished off by Brown.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Lays it up off the glass. Brown's got 6 points.
They've come out with guns ablazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
Right side Horford. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Harris following the bucket by the Celtics. And stolen by Hayward. And here comes the break. Brown with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. And it's Brown missing. The 76ers trail by 6. Horford kicks to Simmons. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Brown. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. That one, no good. Richardson, no luck. Boston leading by 6. Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
You gotta love how Brown finishes strong, driving fast and hard to the cup for the rim-rocking Shazam.
And Walker kicks to Tice. There's Brown with the 3. Simmons pulls it in. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts. And last season, Richardson battled some injuries. Took some time to adjust to playing in Philly, but eventually it all came together.
Yeah, Jay, you need a hard worker like Richardson to find his role. I mean, the guy's so competitive. He's as competitive as it gets. He brings that fire on defense and always believes his next shot will fall.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robinson comes in for Al Horford. Korkmaz checked in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Simmons. Here's Thybulle. Here we go. Smart misses.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
2 points. That one goes.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
And so it's Boston going into the break with a 10-point lead. A terrific tempo. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here, you want to make an impact.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Smart. Then it's Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Here's Wanamaker. Burks covering. Here's Kanter. He's off on that one, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Burks the pass to Scott. Burks dishes to Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. And Williams with the stuff.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Philadelphia. Down by 12. Here's Scott. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Scott's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Smart finds Kanter from down in the low post. It goes. Kanter's got the lead up to 12 now for Boston. Outside Robinson. Now here's Burks. He's covered closely. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. And Walker's subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And the 76ers also making a change. Milton's checked in. Milton kicks to Scott. Back to Milton. Down low. No good there. Nice D from Williams. Celtics leading by 14. Smart passes to Williams. The kick out to Tatum. Outside, Walker, 5 to shoot. Kanter trying to free himself up, and Walker gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 16. Milton the pass to Scott. Back to Milton. This one for three. And Tatum pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. Watch him. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge, he's unafraid to take chances.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Hayward comes in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Here's Horford. Outside, Simmons to end the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Harris kicks to Horford. Harris against Hayward. Harris's shot is good.
An aggressive move by Harris. A little contact there. He just powers through it.
Brown the pass to Tice from 18 feet away. Walker's shot is off.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And it's good. 2 points.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking jumper from Harris. He has put a ton of work into his shooting in the offseason since he came into the league.
Brown the pass to Walker. Back to Brown. Harris against Hayward. Pass to Tice. Embiid with the steal. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. A shot by Milton, no good. Boston leading by 16. Brown kicks to Tice. And here's Tatum for 3. Boston again missing. It's tipped. Simmons inside. Out to Harris. Back to Simmons. And so it's Boston with a side.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous game we're seeing from Jaylen Brown. He had 12 points and 1. And that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Man, he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
For Philadelphia, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
It's Brown with the drive.
Oh, not at all afraid of contact. Brown is aggressive driving to the basket.
And there's the pass to Embiid. Kicks to Horford. 76ers moving the ball around. Harris dishes to Horford. And slam dunk by Harris.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the layup.
And the dunk by Brown.
Well, you see the confidence building Brown offensively. First it was taking over stretches, now it's taking over games.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Hayward outside. Tatum on the wing. And here's Tice. Outside, Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. He attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Embiid.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court. Now, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
Wanamaker, the pass to Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
That's amazing, the creativity, and you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the inside. Embiid finds Scott. Off target from three-point range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Just too physical, smart, shedding the defense and finishing strong.
The 76ers trail by 19. Pass to Robinson. Thibault with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Right side Robinson. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the layup falls. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Right side, Smart. Cantor, the pass to Williams. In the corner, Smart with it. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the 76ers.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
And stolen by Thibault. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Tatum no good. The 76ers trail by 19. Robinson finds Burks. Back to Robinson. And here now is Thibault. Pass to Scott. Clock at 6. Back to Thibault. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Here's Cantor. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so here is Philadelphia. 19-point game. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Williams is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. That's the Boston 5. And it's blocked.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Horford, no luck. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Williams finds Brown. And no good that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Richardson with it. He's picked up by Walker. Simmons against Tice. And the dunk by Horford.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
They double-team Walker. Pass to Williams. Celtics passing it around. Yep, it counts.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Richardson, and that one is good.
Oh, there's the toughness and grit of Richardson, absorbing a lot of contact and powering through it.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Hayward at the elbow. Now, here's Tice. Misses the 3. It's 2-on-1. Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
So lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
Walker against Simmons. Walker the pass to Tice, to the paint, and stolen by Simmons. Horford goes in, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when Horford is driving hard to the rim, the defense has no choice but to try to wrap him up. It's tough to stop that 6'10" frame from rolling to the hoop.
And Al Horford, the 5-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars.
Hayward kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. Hayward passes to Tice. Brown. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? You still take a move.
Harris looking it over to the inside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Simmons. And there it is for him.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Here's Walker. He feeds it to Williams. Back to Walker. Hayward outside. Brown against Richardson. And stolen by Richardson. Outside for Simmons. And the pass to Embiid. Left side, Horford. Richardson outside. That's tipped. Brown outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Philadelphia with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jaylen Brown.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
Outside, Horford. Inside. Outside for Simmons. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, you better put a body on Horford. I mean, when you don't, he's more than content to torch you like this.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Tice kicks to Ojale. Shoots over Scott. Again, the miss by the Celtics. No good there. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were... of the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Walker. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Now, here's Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. To the middle, here's Tice. The kick out to Walker. Back to Tice. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Well, teammates love to play with Kemba Walker. His willingness to facilitate and get their offense humming is special.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. Lowry passes to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. And here is Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Tatum wide open. He fires one. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3.
Now here's Tatum. Passes it to Brown. Down low. Here's Tice. And he gets the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
Van Vliet has proven more than capable as a legitimate three-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
Here's Walker. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball. Growing confidence in his jumper. Smart is rising and firing after the catch of the pass. Nice.
Ibaka, no luck. Celtics leading by 3. Tatum passes to Smart. Left side Williams. The kick out to Tatum. Back to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, you have to admire Cantor's awareness of the shot clock. That thing was dwindling quickly.
Pass to Gasol. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Davis. Wanamaker, the pass to Williams. To the paint. Here's Cantor. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And slam dunk by Smart.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Davis surveying the floor. It's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Now here's Smart. He has 5. Now the dish to Williams. Back to Smart. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And he banks in the layup.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Celtics out in front, leading by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Terrence Davis. Marcus Saul is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Davis drives in. Can't connect from short range.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
There's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Powell.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And here's the break. Here's Davis. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. That one goes. Count it. Williams has got 4 points this quarter. Winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, gentlemen. My goodness, step back.
That was incredible. Smart against Powell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously, last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Hayward comes in for Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. And the shot goes down. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. And Toronto making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Celtics passing it around. Brown dishes to Walker. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Hayward from outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
The pass to Hayward. Over in the corner, Brown. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Raptors trail by 10. Van Vliet outside. Ibaka finds Anunoby. Back to Ibaka. No good that time. Hayward with some nice D. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Attacking right there. Hayward using the strength that he has built up over the years to finish through contact.
Passes it to Anunoby. To the inside. Ibaka. Outside for Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Tries yet again. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Walker against Anunoby. Here's Brown. Williams trying to break free. Had the space there, but it's offline. Walker against Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. Van Vliet outside. Up again. And Van Vliet is right there. Van Vliet's got 5.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And it's Brown missing. And stolen by Hayward. Left side Williams. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. There.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest advantage of the period was... And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Raptors trail by 10. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in a point. That's the Boston 5. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Tatum leading the charge. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
Toronto calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Out to Hayward. 3-pointer. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And here's Brown outside. Offensive rebound Celtics. 3-pointer. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And the pass to Siakam. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Now, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who was getting spot minutes, couldn't really get into the rotation, to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those 2 things have been critical to his growth. When you're an open teammate, you've got to be shot ready, and boy, Kemba Walker's so efficient in the catch-and-shoot game.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Raptors trail by 11. Kicks it to Powell. And the rejection by Tatum.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Passes to Powell. Stolen by Smart. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And it's Davis with the ball for Toronto. 11-point game.
You call that power basketball by Hollis Jefferson. He's willing to go right through the foul.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. The Raptors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Celtics leading by 8. Smart deciding where to go with it. Tatum against Davis. And Terrence Davis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Toronto on defense. Tatum kicks to Smart. Celtics passing it around. Shots good by Williams.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Boston's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Raptors trail by 11. Now, here's Anunoby. Goes up to the stripe. And Ibaka slams it in.
And Ibaka does a little bit of everything, including rolling quickly after setting that screen.
Boston leading by 9. Outside, Smart. Tatum on the wing. Here's Wanamaker. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break, Toronto. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. High post to Ibaka. Lowry with the ball. He's got 5. Ibaka Ibaka down low. He's against Cantor.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
Outside Tatum. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Smart against Van Vliet. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Boston, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
It's stolen by Ibaka. To the left side wing. And a wide open look for Siakam. It's good on the putback.
We know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Celtics lead by 7. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Walker finds Tice. Williams up on top. Guarded by Powell. Williams passes to Tice. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Powell. Williams against Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, great job to put it on the deck and draw the contact. You can see the versatility of Pascal Siakam's game.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. The Raptors also with a sub. Hollis Jefferson's checked in.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Inside, the kick out to Tatum. Brown outside. They get it back. It's stolen by Brown. And they pick up 2. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
Lowry from outside. And Tatum pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And that one drops.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
He gets that one.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Boston leading by 11. Outside, Walker. He dishes it to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Tatum from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Yep, it counts. Siakam's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Back to Walker. And there's the pass to Tice. Hayward outside. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Tice has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Outside Lowry. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics leading by 11. Brown the pass to Tatum. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Oh! That is just nasty.
Stop the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Celtics.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Jaylen Brown.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Toronto has possession. Down by 12. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
How about the toughness from Hollis Jefferson on the interior? Fantastic at using his length close to the rack to get that contact.
And he makes both free throws. Now here's Langford. He's guarded closely. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That is his first foul of the game. Boston with the ball. Green finds Canner. Outside, Green. Launches a three. Misses the shot.
What a defensive effort from Hollis Jefferson, using his quick feet and length to bother shooters.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing the...
education, because that's going to determine whether or not a child that's born in poverty can climb out of it. I'm from Alpharetta, Georgia, which is a suburb of Atlanta. So my mom and I went to go and vote in our state's primaries, and
Hello, basketball fans. You've got, and with tip-off coming up,
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at
that was worth the price of admission.
Now, this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Irving. Now here's Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. Lots of room. And Tatum pulls it down. Brown inside. Defended by Durant. The pass to Walker. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Tice. With the putback. Hayward left side. And he comes up with the deuce.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the three-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Over to the wing. Here's Walker. Up and in on the layup.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense had overcommitted and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
The wide open look for Durant. The three-pointer is right on target. Durant's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So he gets them both. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving for 3. Rebound Boston.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brown, good.
You know, that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Get the ball to the open guy on time and on target.
Nobody near Irving. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
The kick out to Tatum. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. That's to Luwawu. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Nice shot by Smart.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here. We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Passes it to Wanamaker. Cantor in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Smart on the wing. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Williams. And finished off by Williams.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's the Celtics. They lead by 7. And
as a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the shooting guard position. And Cantor throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Harris's shot is off.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
It's blocked.
Excellent toughness on the defensive end, and that's what Prince does. He's got size, and he's got the will to defend at a high level.
Williams passes to Cantor, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Brooklyn. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Then for the Nets, LeVert's checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Brown kicks to Cantor. Outside, Smart. Here's Wanamaker, covered by Irving, and Wanamaker gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
LeVert from outside, and Cantor pulls it down. Celtics leading by 13. Brown, good.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
And it's Irving missing.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Wanamaker. Harris on the double team. To the inside, and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Prince, that's for 2. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well.
Irving from long range. And that one is off. Now Boston takes it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And stolen by Hayward. Walker with it. Now the pass to Tice. And here's Tatum for three. And he's good on the three ball. Tatum's got himself on the board with three there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Offline from the top of the key.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Outside for KD. Back to LeVert. Left side, KD. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
What can they do? I mean, that's the question. Durant finds a shot he likes, and the mechanics are efficient and tight. Practically a sure thing when he lets it fly.
Hayward can hit. Nets trail by 16. Prince with it. Now defended by Hayward. A nice shot by LeVert.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. And here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. No coverage that time. Irving's got 5 now.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter, and he is a gifted scorer, folks.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. He's got 8.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Here's Walker. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Boy, the heart of Walker, that competitive spirit, he's never afraid to go inside. And
thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Out in front of the half is Boston. They are leading by 12. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on... And that does it for our half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 14-point game. The deep three from Durant. They grabbed their own miss. Had a hand on it. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Boston, no good that time either.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
They get it back. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Celtics leading by 12. Pass to Tatum. Up top, Brown. LeVert defending. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tice. LeVert grabs the miss.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And Durant puts up a deep three. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
Nets trail by 14. The deep three from Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Here's Tatum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Tatum's got 11 points.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Here's Jordan. Prince in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Celtics leading by 16. Loads it up for Williams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. He's got 8.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Smart. Williams inside, and there's the feed to Williams. The Celtics have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And he makes the first.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the quarter with. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Then there's Harris, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Brown feeling it out a bit. Williams finds Brown. Here is Williams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Irving's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Passes to Smart. Back to Wanamaker. There's Brown with the three. Williams. Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 21.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time. And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one. Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
To the paint. Here's Williams. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Williams dishes to Smart. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
And that one, good.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Brown, good.
Really good to see Brown drop in the perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
Irving can't get it to go.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Brown drives in. Smart passes to Brown. Clock at 6. And stolen by Jordan. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Williams kicks to Brown. Back to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. That doesn't go either for Brown. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Brown. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Robert Williams. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. And a change for the Nets. LeVert's checked in. The pass to Irving. Shoots over Walker. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. Irving's got 10 points in the quarter.
I think Kyrie is really frustrating for the defense because he makes it look so easy and his shot is so natural.
The kick out to Walker. Hayward with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Nets trail by 18.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Pass to Tatum. The 10-footer. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 16.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
In the corner, Tatum with it. Tatum on the wing. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
The three-pointer, no good. Now, here is Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, his job is really to carry the load offensively, and that's exactly what Irving is doing tonight.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.